She went from the floor of the CME to the airwaves of FBN. I'll be talking with Sandra Smith of Fox Business Network about how she did it. I'm Chris Aarons, and this is Media Beat.
Look, things change.
Anyone with a camera and computer
now,
is
so
good.
we should pay attention to where
As we all do, we evolve.
And we're back talking with Sandra Smith of Fox Business Network. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So, like many television news talent, Maria Bartiromo, Aaron Burnett,
I'm just joking.
Yeah,
just
you know
joking.
them.
Just joking.
like them, you got your start as a trader and worked your way into television. How did that happen?
Basically, I was a fully licensed trader. I was at a couple of firms here in New York right out of college, and I guess they picked up on my background in trading. I kind of grew up around this stuff, and right away they, said, "Hey, go get your testing for trading." I ended up at an institutional trading firm after that, back in Chicago when they heard what I was doing here. And when I was in Chicago, I was just, I was very involved with my clients. I was providing them with actionable ideas to trade. And my firm asked me to go on TV from the trading floor and start to share those actionable ideas as a trader on financial news networks. And then all of a sudden I got a couple of phone calls, and I ended up joining Bloomberg Television as a reporter, primarily covering commodities markets. And before long, Fox called.
And so it really started as the one-off hits as you were working, getting in front of the camera, quick hits for different
from the trading
news
floor,
networks.
in the moment, what's moving. Sandra, they would come to me as a trader on the floor and ask me what was moving the markets right then, what was the order flow I was seeing over my trade desk. And that was what I was doing before I got those phone calls.
Okay. And you mentioned your family. This was their business as well. Your dad worked
Yes.
at the CME. Do you ever get down on the floor and you see relatives down there and you have to interview them?
It's funny. My dad, my uncles were floor traders. It is so fun today for me. Yes, I do see a lot of people that I knew when I was working in Chicago on the floor still, et cetera. But for me, some of the most fun is when people stop me, and this true story just happened recently, where a trader on the floor tapped me on the shoulder, an older gentleman, and said that my dad really helped make him who he is today, and he offered a lot of trading advice when my dad was on the floor. So there's a lot of folks down there that not just know me, but that they know my dad and my uncles and my family. So that's a lot of fun for me because that's really the environment that I grew up in.
Yeah. So now you're fully immersed in this TV thing. You're appearing on Hannity, over on Fox News, on Red Eye this week as well. What's your goal? What do you aspire to do? Do you want to have a show on Fox Business? Do you want to get to general news?
I'm so in the moment. Like, there's just so much to do right now that my goal is on a daily basis just to be the best reporter that I can be and just do the best that I can do on that given day. It's so hard to think out and try to plan what's going to be. If I had planned and only stuck to my plan, I wouldn't be here today. I always let doors be open, and I know my ears are always listening. So right now, I just so love what I'm doing. I love breaking business news. I love covering these markets. I love it.
Yeah. Business news, and sometimes you have to put the running shoes on. In our next segment, we want to talk about one of your other passions. So we were talking with Sandra Smith of Fox Business Network. Stay tuned for part 3.